Iron deficiency. Iron deficiency is a common nutritional deficiency that occurs when the body doesn't have enough iron. Iron is an essential mineral that is required by the body to produce hemoglobin, a protein found in red blood cells that carries oxygen from the lungs to the body's tissues. Without enough iron, the body can't produce enough hemoglobin, which can lead to anemia. Iron deficiency can be caused by a number of factors, including inadequate intake of iron-rich foods, blood loss due to injury or menstruation, and certain medical conditions that affect the absorption of iron. Symptoms of iron deficiency anemia can include fatigue, weakness, pale skin, shortness of breath, headache, dizziness, and cold hands and feet. Iron deficiency can be diagnosed through blood tests, and treatment typically involves increasing the intake of iron through dietary changes or supplementation. Iron-rich foods include red meat, poultry, fish, beans, lentils, tofu, fortified cereals, and dark leafy greens. It's important to consult with a healthcare professional before starting any iron supplementation, as excessive iron can be harmful. Medical nutrition therapy for iron deficiency. Medical nutrition therapy for iron deficiency typically involves increasing the intake of iron-rich foods and ensuring adequate absorption of iron from the diet. Here are some general guidelines for managing iron deficiency through dietary changes. Increase consumption of iron-rich foods. The best sources of dietary iron are animal products such as red meat, poultry, and fish. Plant-based sources of iron include beans, lentils, tofu, fortified cereals, and dark leafy greens like spinach and kale. It's important to note that the type of iron in plant-based foods is less easily absorbed than the type of iron found in animal products. Consume iron-rich foods with vitamin C. Consuming vitamin C-rich foods such as citrus fruits, berries, and tomatoes with iron-rich foods can enhance iron absorption. This is because vitamin C helps convert iron into a more readily absorbable form. Avoid foods and beverages that inhibit iron absorption. Certain substances can interfere with iron absorption. These include calcium-rich foods, tea, coffee, and red wine. It's best to consume these foods separately from iron-rich foods. Consider iron supplementation. Iron supplements may be necessary in some cases to correct iron deficiency. It's important to consult with a healthcare professional before starting any supplementation, as excessive iron intake can be harmful. Monitor for improvement. Regular monitoring of iron levels through blood tests can help ensure that the dietary changes and/or supplementation are effective in treating iron deficiency. It's important to note that dietary changes alone may not be sufficient to correct severe cases of iron deficiency anemia. In such cases, additional medical treatment may be necessary. Foods rich iron. Here are some foods that are rich in iron. Red meat, beef, lamb, and pork are all good sources of heme iron, which is easily absorbed by the body. Poultry, chicken and turkey are also good sources of heme iron. Seafood, oysters, clams, and shrimp are all high in iron. Beans and legumes, kidney beans, lentils, chickpeas, and soybeans are all good sources of iron. Nuts and seeds, pumpkin seeds, sesame seeds, and cashews are all high in iron. Fortified cereals. Many breakfast cereals are fortified with iron, making them a convenient source of this nutrient. Dark leafy greens, spinach, kale, and collard greens are all high in iron. Tofu. Firm tofu is a good source of iron, particularly if it has been made with calcium sulfate. Dried fruits, raisins, prunes, and apricots are all high in iron. Iron-rich vegetables. Other vegetables that are high in iron include potatoes, broccoli, and asparagus. It's important to note that the body absorbs heme iron, found in animal products, more easily than non-heme iron, found in plant-based foods. However, consuming vitamin C-rich foods such as citrus fruits, tomatoes, and peppers with non-heme iron sources can enhance iron